Good morning, class. God bless you. How are you all? This is your teacher, Fawzia Ali Banawaz, with lesson number 3 for Chemistry 9. In previous two classes, we talked about chemistry, its branches, and we also discussed in the second class about the matter and its properties. Now, today we will proceed the same concept to understand about the elements. It's a table showing more than 100 materials which are naturally occurring in the earth crust. Let me zoom them to show you what they are. Okay, sometimes it's a hard piece of solid, sometimes it's naturally occurring liquid, shining liquid, a brown color liquid, a colored gas, and many more. Where I can find these elements? You know, elements occur in nature in free or in combined form. All the naturally occurring elements are found and they are distributed in different materials in different percentages. We talked about matter. Matter is the stuff of which this universe is made, and the tiniest particle, atom, is the composite particle of matter or of elements. Have you seen this periodic table in the previous classes? I'm sure you had seen it well and you know a little bit about it. You know, periodic table is the tabular arrangement of all the known elements. How many elements are known yet? In the beginning of 20th century, 118 elements are discovered, out of which 92 are naturally occurring. What are these substances? These are naturally occurring substances. This is a carbon piece which is mined through the earth crust. This is pure copper. This is chlorine enclosed in a glass vessel. It's a greenish yellow color gas and it's a shining liquid, and it is mercury. Mercury is used in a clinical thermometers to check our temperature. The next, how these elements are distributed. As I told you that these elements are distributed in the earth crust in different percentages. The earth crust contains 47% oxygen, but the oceans contain 86% oxygen. But a human body has 65% oxygen. So different elements are distributed in different materials, in different substances around us. Now we need to define it precisely. An element is defined as the pure substance made up of same kinds of atoms, having same atomic number, and cannot be broken down by simpler chemical means. Each element has its unique properties. So the property of the property of this black carbon is its unique property. The property of copper is its own unique property, and the property of this mercury will never be alike than that of any other element. And each element has its own valency. This is something about its chemical property. When it behaves in its own unique property. Know more about it. This is a very interesting example which will be showing you what element is and why element is called as a pure substance. You see, this is the arrangement of atoms in its pure form. We see all atoms are alike. They are same in size, they are same in color, they are same in number of electrons, protons and neutrons. And when I break a piece from this block, I get 6 atoms separated. For example, this is the piece of this big block. All the atoms are identical. It's only the physical separation. And when I further take one piece aloof, so you see all these collections are having same kinds of atoms or building blocks. So the basic definition of element is that it's something about the collection of same types of atoms. So all these atoms are identical in their physical and their chemical properties. Now more about the places of these elements in periodic table. This is carbon, and carbon is placed here, and carbon atom having this structure, having 6 protons and 6 electrons and 6 neutrons in its nucleus. So each element has its different place in the periodic table. Now periodic table is not only helpful in the places of the elements, but we can read so many of its chemical properties from their places. You see, this number 6 is the atomic number of carbon, which is showing us the number of protons present in the nucleus of this atom. When we take this 12 is the atomic mass, and atomic mass represents the number of protons and neutrons in its nucleus. You know, both of these properties are atomic properties and they are unique for each element. Now you see this capital C. This is called as symbol. You know what symbols are? Symbols are the shorthand names of elements, and basically these are abbreviations for naming the elements, and sometimes they are taken from English language, sometimes Latin, or sometimes they are Greek or German. Mostly the one capital letters is used as a symbol for elements, and sometimes the first letter is capital and the second following letter is the smaller one. Now you see these numbers are showing electronic configuration. Electronic configuration is basically distribution of electrons in the outermost shell, which is helpful in predicting the valency or the combining capacity of each element. Now, after this much discussion on the element, today's task is to make a table of first 20 elements from the periodic table and learning their symbols, atomic numbers and atomic masses, and you try to predict their valency also. I'm sure I am clear enough about the topic, and if you feel any difficulty in writing the answer of today's task, you are free to ask me anytime. Thank you, class. Take care.